Good morning, everyone. It's Sarah, and it's time for our live video chat here on Facebook, which means it's time for Coffee and Crochet with Sarah and with you. Now, if you want to catch this video live, you'll need to go to Posh Pooch Designs Facebook page on Tuesdays, 9:30 a.m. Mountain Time. That's Posh Pooch Designs Facebook page. We do the live video there, and then I tweak it up a little bit, and then we shoot it over to YouTube after a bit. I see a bunch of you already clinking in. Bethany, Connie, Kimberly, Caitlin, Margaret, Melissa, Tammy, Michelle, Linda, Rita, Lori, Stacy, and Dawn already, and it's still moving. I wanted to show you my new cup. Isn't that adorable? Yesterday, I have to tell you, we've been having a kind of a rough couple of weeks. And yesterday I went out to the mailbox and I got this fantastic box. And I want to say thank you to Kimberly Westervelt. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. It's Westervelt. But I got this wonderful box. Thank you so much for thinking of me. And if you look inside, it's got all the things that I love. There's a coffee puzzle. There's coffee socks. There's some donut stickers, which is fun because I'm going to do some a Mother's Day card with my granddaughter today, and they happen to love donuts, so we're going to use some of those. And I also got this beautiful cup. And let me tell you, there's nothing better than drinking coffee from a coffee cup with coffee cups on it. I love it. And you can see it's a nice big cup. The other thing I'm really excited about that she sent me is this yarn. And I've never used this yarn before. This is the Premier DK Colors. It's a number 3, so it's a little bit lighter. And isn't that beautiful? It's got pinks and grays, and it's real shiny. And I'm real excited about this because I have something new that I've been working on for breast cancer awareness. And I think this would be perfect because it's very soft and it's very pretty. And it's got a little pink in it. So I'm going to use that. But I have to tell you, I mean, I love all these things, Kimberly. You did a great job. You know me well. But I have to tell you, the kind card, that was the best thing that you sent. Although I love all these things, she handwrote the inside of the card to me. I'm not going to read it to you. And that meant the world to me. When you're having a rough week, it seems like there's always someone that sends you some nice greeting or some way to cheer you up. And so I really, really love and appreciate your thoughtfulness, Kimberly. All right, so since we've got the cup out, let's clink in. I want y'all to see this cup. Is that not gorgeous? I absolutely love it. Like I said, cup of coffee and a cup of coffee with cups of coffee on the cup. Say that 3 times real fast. All right, well, we have a bunch of stuff to talk about. Let me make sure I said hello to everybody. There's Stacy and Dawn. Let me sling this thing down here. Karst, Bethany, Julie, Michelle, Tammy, Linda, Connie, Karen, Julie, Jennifer. There's Kimberly. Thank you so much, Kimberly. Susan, Teresa, Lori, Tammy. Let's see. Julie, Teresa, Casey. Let's see. Make sure I got everybody. Carol. You guys are commenting so fast. Good morning, Ann and Dawn and Janae. Robin, Crystal, Gloria. I'm so glad to see so many of you. It's like I always say, it's so wonderful to see the names that I recognize, but it's also wonderful to see names that I don't recognize. That means there's new people coming to watch. Now, before we get started making our Mother's Day flowers, I want to tell you about the giveaway for May, which I am really excited about this because it's a really fun kit. All right, so I got this. In this kit, you're going to get a 4mm crochet hook, which is metal. You can see it's a nice crochet hook. You're going to get all the yarn you need for the project. You're going to get stuffing because it's an Ami. You're also going to get a needle for sewing on those sprinkles and, of course, closing it up. And then you also get a 16-page with pictures book. And I'm going to show this up close so you can see the book. Let me do this so you can see it without the glare. There we go. See the book up here? Oh, I'm pointing the wrong side. There it is. All right, so this is the month of May's giveaway. I really kind of want to keep it for myself. It's so cute. I love donuts. All right, now, as always, the way to get involved in the giveaway is to either comment here on Facebook, and then when we shoot it over to YouTube, comment there. We put all the names in the random generator. It spins around, and it picks a name. And so far, as we've done our giveaways each month, I don't think that anyone's won twice, which is kind of fun because we want everyone to get a chance to win. And this, like I said, this is super cute. So, and I'm real excited. I've got them sitting over there. That's why I looked over there. I've already got the giveaways lined up through July, and I think you're really going to like the next couple things that we've got on board for that. All right, so that's our giveaway. And now I'm going to show you how to make these really super simple flowers. So I'm going to click down over to my other camera. All right, now these are just what I call little loopy flowers. They're super easy to make, and I made most of these from this yarn. And that's because I was doing a project where I used this yarn and I had some left over. And so I just pieced it out, cut it, and made some different colors. Now this one's a lighter yellow, of course. All right, but what we're going to do today, I'm going to move those out of the way a little bit, is I'm just going to use some of this blue and gold and just make it 2 colors. Now you don't have to make it 2 colors. And these measure, let me look on my notes real quick, about 2.5 inches across. This is a perfect size flower to maybe add to a card or a picture. You can always sew on a brooch pin or just add a safety pin, and Mom can wear it on Sunday for her day when you take her out to brunch or to church or something. I like to take my mom to the movies. That's something we like to do when, I mean, she's passed away now, but we used to, they had like a $2 movie theater, and her and I loved to go to the movies there. It was one of the things we liked to do. But anyway, it's just a really great size. You can make a bunch of these, add them to a scarf, add them to a purse, add them to a hat. They're just a great little applique that's super easy to make. We're going to stitch it up real quick with an H hook, which is a 5.00 millimeter crochet hook, and you'll need a needle for weaving in those ends. I'm going to be using 2 different colors of worsted weight number 4 or medium weight number 4 yarn. You can make these with thicker or thinner yarn. You're just going to have to adjust your hook size. And I usually recommend that when you change thickness or weight of your yarn, check what the yarn says on it, because it usually has a little box like this, and it'll give you what they think works best with this yarn. But if you know anything from me, I rarely ever use the hook they recommend because I like to play around and have fun and come up with my own ideas. All right, I'm going to do the center of the flower with this yellow, and I'm going to use this blue to do the outside. Super simple, and you can whip up a bunch of these and just use your leftover yarns and make something really fun. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to begin with a slip knot, and then we're going to chain 3. And I suggest you chain these first 3 just a little bit loose because we're going to be stitching in this 3rd chain. The first 2 chains here is going to count as our first half double crochet. And so now we're going to stitch 7 more half double crochets in this 3rd chain. Always remember, we don't count the loop that's on our hook. We count the chains after. Yarn over, go in that 3rd chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, and we're going to go through all 3 of those loops. So there's our second one because the first 2 chains count as our first. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we have our chain 2, which counts as our first half double crochet, and then 7 half double crochets, which equal 8. We're going to join to the top of that chain 2 with a slip stitch, yarn over, pull the loop through the first stitch, then take that loop and pull it through the loop that's already on your hook. All right, so now we're going to cut this, and I like to leave just a little bit of yarn, and we'll use that for closing up that hole if we have one in the center like I do. All right, now if you feel more comfortable doing a magic circle, you certainly can. I just prefer this method myself. All right, so I'm going to bring in my new color, and if you're not changing colors, you can skip the part where you bring in the new color. We're going to chain 8. Now, because these are our petals, I don't recommend you loosening up your chain on this. Keep it your average chain. Don't go too tight, but keep it just the average tension that you use. All right, so we're going to go in the next half double crochet and stitch a slip stitch. And then we'll repeat that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, got a little splitty on me there. 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll go in the next stitch and stitch a slip stitch. And we'll do this all the way around. Now, if you would prefer to make these in cotton, because what you're making is made out of cotton, you can. The truth is, you can make these out of any yarn that you want to. Acrylic, cotton blend, or cotton, all work. Got me another splitty string there. We'll try that again. There we go. When you're doing this live, you can't cut and fix those things. But anyway, what I was saying is you can use any yarn that you want to. If you're making a cotton hat, you'll probably want to make the flower cotton. There's 8. Slip stitch in the next. Chain 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is our 7th. And then we'll do one more. There's my slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We'll slip stitch right in that stitch. And then we'll cut our yarn. And again, I leave myself just a little bit for weaving in. I used to have a tendency to cut that weave-in stitch, or that weave-in string, too short. All right, so the first thing we want to do is turn it over. And if you have a hole, sometimes you have one, sometimes you don't. We'll just go ahead and thread that tail of yarn there it started with, and we'll just go around those stitches. And this is going to close the hole up nicely. All right, and then I'm just going to tie a knot. Now I know we don't normally do that in crochet, but I want that hole to stay put. And since I'm going to be sewing this or putting this onto something, that knot's not going to matter. And you can put a little dab of fray check or fabric glue on that knot if you're worried about that. All right, so there I've closed up that hole, and now I'm just going to weave these ends in. If you're going to sew this onto something, you can leave this without weaving it in. And you can use that piece of string. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull this to the inside just like this, and then I can use this string to sew it in place wherever I want it to be. For instance, if I'm going to sew it onto, say, a brooch pin, or even a hat or a scarf or a bag or whatever I happen to be making, then I can just go ahead and use that string to sew it in place. All right, let me just weave this last little string in here. I think I left that one just a wee bit too short. All right, let's just go ahead and cut that silly thing. All right, so there's the flower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 petals. And if you want to double this, you can go ahead and come behind and stitch petals behind these loops if you want your loops to be bigger. Alrighty, now let me click back over to the top. That's just a fun little flower that you can use on all kinds of things. I like it because it sits flat and it's perfect for putting on a card, placemat, or something. But if you want to just sew it through the center and you want those petals to stick up, that looks really pretty too. All right, so I just wanted to show you that, just really simple little flower. You can add to anything that you're going to do, whether it's Mother's Day or spring. It's a great little flower applique. And you can use up all your scrapped yarn, no matter the size of it. Big flowers, small flowers, teeny weeny flowers, whatever size yarns that you've got leftovers. And I'm always for looking for using up my leftover yarns. All right, let's look through here and see who popped in that I didn't say hello to real quick. There's Tina Louise. There's Jennifer and Peter and Vicky and Marlene. All right, let's see. Jana, Lori, Tracy, Crystal. I think I got most of you. Oh, Peter says he's been working on the Grantastic squares in striped yarn. That's awesome. Now remember, for the month of May, it's going to be the third Monday that we release the next Granny Square. I did want to put that in there. Hello, Barbara. Linda. Let's see. I'll make sure. There's Aurora. Oh, it's so good just to see all these names. Callie, Sherry, Lauren. All right. Now, let's talk about what's new this week at Posh Pooch Designs. We had a lot of fun this week. A lot of times, the patterns that I do are kind of, I love them, but they're not always my favorites. And so this week we did a lot of really fun, not a lot. We did 3 really fun patterns. The first pattern that we did, whoops, almost knocked my coffee over. That would be a catastrophe. Was what I call the cute project bag. And you'll notice I have a cake inside. So I want you to see just how big this bag really is and that it can really stretch. All right, this one here that I'm holding is made with the mandala, and it's the mantra yarn. And you can see I only used half the cake. So you can make 2 of these bags with one of these cakes. And these have, let me look real quick, 5.3 ounces. All right. The other one that I made was made with Bernat Pop. And it came out just a little bit bigger, but you can also get 2 of these bags from a Bernat Pop. The Bernat Pop is just, even though they're both a 4, the Bernat Pop, 4 weight I should say, the Bernat Pop comes out just a wee bit thicker for some reason. And that's why you can see when you look at both these bags, well, this one's stretching down more, but the Bernat Pop is a chunkier bag. But it's not a chunky yarn. They're both worsted weight or medium weight number 4 yarn. So we did that this week. The pattern and the blog and the video is out. All right. And I was trying to come up with some things that would work great for Mother's Day as well as for make them for yourself. Okay. Now the other thing that we did is we redid our keychain bags, and I love these. And I made these in cotton. You can use acrylic or your cotton blends. It's just a tiny little bag. It fits a business card or your ID card. And you can put your chapstick in there. You can put change. And you can also put an ID card in there and put it in your purse or for something extra in case your wallet gets stolen. And you can also add them to your kids' backpacks for their lunch money or whatever. I don't even know if kids carry lunch money anymore. I think it's all done on the card. But anyway, anything they might need that's small and little. You know, I always kept chapstick when I was in high school. What was that, Bonnie Bell? I always had a big old Bonnie Bell chapstick or lip gloss, and it was really nice it would have been really nice to have a bag like this. And of course, your keys can go on there also. So that was just a really fun video that we updated and reworked the pattern. I have a great set of testers, ladies that live here locally that test my patterns, and I've been wearing them out a little bit because we've been redoing a lot of the old patterns as well as some of the new ones. And one that we redid that was an older pattern is this one. This is our cylinder cosmetic bag. And someone said, oh, it's perfect for crochet hooks. It really is. I didn't even think about that. But it's a really nice bag, and it's big enough to fit a skein of yarn inside if you want to sneak some yarn with you on your trip. Although my husband knows me, there's going to be yarn anywhere we go. And if I don't have it with me, I'm going to find some. So this one, and I used, that's the project I was talking about. Let me grab my yarn here. I used this yarn, Red Heart Stripes. This is called Bright Stripes. And I think it turned out beautiful. I would have liked to have laid it out a little better so that there was a little more purple and pink in it. But I've got another skein and I can make another one. So anyway, this is one of my favorite yarns from Red Heart. It really, really is, because I love bright colors. I really do. I love bright colors. So anyway, that's the third one that we did. Now, have any of you been hitting your Dollar Trees trying to find the fettuccine? I think it's fettuccine. Let me look at my, yeah, the fettuccine yarn from Lion Brand. Well, I talked with someone the other day, and my Dollar Tree hadn't gotten them in yet, and I went by a couple times. And they have not really had yarn in the past. A lot of them do. One person said they found it at Dollarama. We don't have those up here where I live. The other person said they found it at Dollar Tree, and that was down in Oklahoma. Okay, so that's just a couple of different people that I talked to. So I got online, and I ordered 18. Because you had to order them in a box, right? And they were $1 a piece. The shipping was like $6 or something. So anyway, I do have some coming, but then I went by my Dollar Tree and look what I found. Oh, so I just bought a couple just to show you. I have plans. I want to make some nice big baskety type things that I can put my grandkids' toys in, and maybe we can haul them from room to room. Like, she has a ton of LOL dolls, a ton of Barbie dolls, a ton of dolls that are American Girl dolls and stuff. So it'd be nice to have some baskets made out of this. And so I'll let you know, okay, if I get it. Someone said their order that they ordered online had been canceled because they were out of stock. So if my order is canceled, I'm going to head back over to the Dollar Tree and get some more. There's a lot of really great projects. And I'll have to tell you, I did buy some of these. Whoops. A few, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago, and they were $7.99 a piece. And they had them at Walmart. And every time I went to get some, there would be like 1 or 2, and they'd be like yucky stuff, yucky colors, you know. And I really like this one. This one's black and gray and white. And that's one of my favorite combinations, is black and gray and white, because you can take black and gray and white and you can add any color to it. Bright lemon yellow or teal or red or green as another pop of color, and it looks great. And so I've got big plans, and I'll let you know about patterns for that. I always jump the gun is what I do. I jump because I can't find it, so then I order it online, and then I find it later, and so then I've got double, as you can see. So it was kind of funny. I actually was going to use a different coffee cup today, because I have a lady, I call her my yarn fairy, and she's always finding me neat little things that that pertain to yarn. And she, I saw her at church, and she came up and handed me a Sock Monkey coffee cup. So I'm going to use it next week. It's so cute. It's got 2 handles like his ears. Because, you know, I love my coffee cups. You know, I don't love them as much as I love my yarn and crochet, but I do love coffee, and I love coffee cups. Somebody asked me about that coffee that I had last week, as it was a chocolate. I think it was a dark chocolate, and I like dark chocolate, but it was just too strong, and it was just the Starbucks, I think it was just Starbucks chocolate. I don't think it had another name. Sometimes they give it like a Swiss chocolate or milk chocolate or something. So anyway, I just made that one pot, and I'm not going to make any more. It was just too strong. And I thought, a lot of times what I do, because I like vanilla and I like hazelnut and stuff, but I don't like it really strong. So what I'll do is I'll just use a little bit of the flavored coffee with my regular coffee. I'm such a Folgers girl. I love my Folgers coffee. Probably from being, you know, in the Air Force for all those years with my husband. We just like strong coffee. Alrighty, so I'm looking through, seeing if there's any questions. Let's see. Yep, she said she's looking for. Yeah, her Dollar Tree doesn't have it, from Carolina. Callie says she's looking forward to the fettuccine yarn projects. I've got a lot of things in mind. If you all knew the amount of stuff crochet related and yarn related that's going on in my mind, the patterns, the designs, the things I want to make, there's not enough room on this earth for them. There's just not. My brain is constantly, I see a color, just like this. I see this, I see tons of different opportunities. So that's one of the things I love, love, love about crochet, because it is an art. And I've said this many, many times. It's not just an art, it's an ever growing and changing and constantly moving in different directions, new crochet hooks, new types of yarn, and it's just so much fun. But it keeps your brain active. You know, when you get to be my age, you need to keep your brain active. Alrighty, so just to recap, remember, everyone who comments, no matter what you say, you're put in for the giveaway. And the way I've been doing the giveaways for 2019 is I try to tell you on the first the first Tuesday of the month what the giveaway is. And then in 2 weeks, on the third Tuesday, it'll actually be the fourth Tuesday, I think, because, no, last week was the 30th of April. Anyway, in 2 weeks, not next week's video, but the next week, I'll announce the winner and how you can give me your address and all that to send this to you. All right, that's the way the giveaways are working. And don't forget to make a bunch of flowers, because they're fun to put on everything. Or you can give some to your mommy also. And that's about it. One other question. Someone said the other day, I think it was on Instagram, where can we find you? Okay, so if you look at all my pictures, everywhere I post them, you'll see www.poshpoochdesigns.com. And if you're on Facebook, on my Posh Pooch Designs page, just click where it says About, and the webpage link will come up. If you're on YouTube, underneath the video in the notes where it says Find Me and My Patterns, the first one says webpage, www.poshpoochdesigns.com. And if you go there, you can find all the places where I'm at. Because basically, I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, Pinterest, plus my blog, Ravelry, Etsy. I'm not on Craftsy anymore. Actually, when they took out half my patterns, I just decided to cancel that account. And I'm not on Craftsy anymore, but I am on Ravelry. I am on Etsy. I mean, you can find me. And if, push comes to shove and you can't find me, just put in Sara Sach, Sarasach, in your Google, and a whole bunch of stuff will come up. I've been designing and writing patterns probably, about 25-30 years. I've been crocheting for 40. And when I first started doing all of this, there was no internet, and so I got stuff out in different places. And now that we have internet and I can, get them out there for everyone to enjoy, it's just so much fun. And there's nothing that I love better than seeing the items that you all make. So also, when you're on Facebook, we also have a group. And I really like using the group because it's a little more personal. And it's PPD, Puppy Love Crochet. And you can find that also on my Posh Pooch Designs page on Facebook. Because on that page, you can post pictures of the things. And you can post pictures on my regular Posh Pooch Design page also. But, I mean, it's just a little more personal. And we can chat and have some fun. And, every day we do a free pattern link blast. And what that is I choose a theme, or people will email me or let me know there's a theme they're looking for. And I'll just post pictures, probably 10 or 12 different links, not pictures, links to some free patterns that fit that profile. So it's kind of fun. And so, like I said, I'm pretty much everywhere. And if you go to that www.poshpoochdesigns.com, you'll find all the places, as well as a place where you can contact me. There's a little box that says contact. You click that contact button and it shoots right to my email. So if you have a question or something that you want to know, Or don't ask me personal questions. I'm not giving you my age or my weight. All right, I will. I'm 25 and I weigh 110 pounds. Yeah, that was a long time ago. So anyway, I'm so glad you all spent this time with me today. It's been a lot of fun. I love seeing your comments and everything. And I love that you guys can laugh with me and laugh at me. Because that's life, you know. That's one of the things. Another thing I love about crochet is everybody of all ages, all walks of life, no matter what you do in your regular life, we can come together and talk about yarn and crochet and coffee. And you don't have to drink coffee to have fun. So anyway, that's about all I've got for today. Like I said, and like I say every week, and I try to remind you that I can't do what I love without you. Have a great week this week, everyone. Bye-bye now.